It is very important to feed nutritious grains, green fodder with dry fodder, and straw to milch animals for good milk production. Green fodder contributes for the nutrients in the overall feed to these animals. In the months from July to October, green fodder and hay are sufficiently available with the cattle rearers, but there is heavy shortage for green fodder in rest of the months, and especially during summer months. Preparation of silage is the best way to overcome this shortage of green fodder. Silage is prepared from green fodder with high moisture content, in the absence of air through the process of fermentation. Fermentation leads to production of lactic acid in green fodder that helps in preserving it for a longer period. Therefore, the dairy farmers can make silage by digging a pit near house when they have a sufficient quantity of green fodder available with them. Preparation in the form of silage can help them save green fodder for the time of acute shortage. For making silage, the green fodder in which dry matter content is 25 to 30% should be chopped properly and filled into the pits by pressing it thoroughly. One needs to ensure that there is minimum air left in between the cut fodder. Fermentation of fodder starts quickly in the absence of air. If the pit is below the ground level, then fill the fodder to 2 to 3 feet above the walls of the pit, so that the buried silage remains above the ground level and rainwater does not enter the pit. Pit should be made air-free after filling and pressing, by covering it with polythene sheet. The pit can be made airless by applying wet soil or cow dung above the polythene sheet. The silage becomes ready and feedable to the animals within 40 to 45 days after filling into the pits. It is necessary to select the crop properly to make good silage. Cereal green crops like maj, bajra, jowar, oats and napier are suitable for making silage. These crops have high sugar content and undergo good natural fermentation. If the fodder crop is low in sugar, then the silage formed will not be good. For making good silage, fodder crops should be harvested at the flowering stage and should be chopped immediately. While taking out silage from the pit, first the soil or cow dung should be carefully removed and then the polythene sheet should be opened from one edge. One must ensure that least amount of silage comes into contact with air while taking out silage for animal feeding, otherwise there is a possibility of remaining silage getting in contact with air and thus getting spoiled. Silage is easily digestible and serves as green fodder for feeding along with dry fodder. Silage is also rich in nutrients and the cost to prepare it is very low. Feeding of silage increases the milk production of dairy animals. We can feed 25 kilograms of silage to milch animal whose average weight is 550 kilograms. Vidarbha's only silage Bale plant is located at Bharatvarsh Nature Farms, Virli village on Nagpur-Umred highway, that produces high-quality nutritious silage in the shape of a bales using modern technology. In order to prepare silage here, green fodder crops like napier, jowar, maj and bajra etc. are harvested at the right time and then chopped to small size. The chopped fodder is then packed with plastic in the shape of a bale with a modern silage packing machine. This machine completely expels the air and water from the bale during the packing process so that good quality high nutritious silage is ready within 40 to 45 days. 50 to 80 kilograms of these silage bales are available with us throughout the year at reasonable prices. If any dairy farmer from Vidarbha region needs silage prepared from green fodder, then he can reach us for delivery of silage bale at his place. Our address is Bharatvarsh Nature Farms, Nagpur-Umred Highway, at Post Virli, Taluka Umred, District Nagpur. Contact us at 8603214214.